BMF story is one of rags to riches to wretchedness.
Or the Black Mafia Family, two brothers ruling the largest drug empire in Detroit. Demetrius Edward Big Meech Flannery Sr., born June 21, 1968, in Detroit, Michigan, and his brother Terry Lee Southwest T. Flannery, born January 10, 1970, in Detroit, Michigan, began selling $50 bags of cocaine on the streets of Detroit during the high school years in the late 1980s. Hence, her original group was known as the 50 Boys. By 2000, the Flannery brothers had established a large organization overseeing multi-kilogram cocaine distribution sales in numerous U.S. states, including Alabama, California, Florida, Georgia, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, North Carolina, Ohio, and Tennessee. At one point in Atlanta, the BMF was distributing 2,500 kilograms of cocaine per month. The Black family under Demetrius Flannery entered the hip-hop music business as BMF Entertainment in the early 2000s as a front organization to launder money from cocaine sales and legitimize itself. BMF Entertainment served as a promoter for several high-profile hip-hop artists, such as Young Jeezy and Fabulous, and a record label for the soul artist Blue Da Vinci. Demetrius Flannery and the Black Mafia family became famous in hip-hop popular culture for the highly extravagant lifestyles. A two-year federal investigation of the Flannery organization estimated in nationwide membership as over 500. Around 2003, the organization experienced a break, but then the Flannery brothers began to feud, with Dario Flannery moving to Los Angeles to head his own organization, while Demetrius Flannery remained at the main distribution center in Atlanta. By 2003, the two had been involved in a major falling out and rarely spoke to one another. In a conversation with his brothers caught by the DA on wiretap, Terry discussed his worries that his brother Demetrius was bringing the wrong type of attention to their businesses with his excessive partying. In 2003, a major DA-led investigation into the BMF began under the codename Operation Motor City Mafia. After the arrest of several dealers who began to make statements to the police, to the criminal court, gained insight in the actual size and working methods of the BMF. In Atlanta, for example, the organization had 5 stash houses that were stocked with cars that has hidden spaces created. Some 100 to 150 kilos of coke was hidden in those compartments. The money was hidden in the same hidden spaces. The price per kilo was about $20,000. Sometimes exclusive cars were used for money and drugs transport, such as a Lincoln Navigator stretch limo. By the time charges were filed against the Flannerys, the government had 900 pages of typed transcripts of wiretapped conversations from Terry's phone in a 5-month period. In November 2007, the brother pleaded guilty to running a continuing criminal enterprise. In September 2008, both brothers were sentenced to 30 years in prison for running nationwide cocaine trafficking ring, which lasted from 2000 to 2005. Demetrius Flannery is serving out his sentence at the Federal Correctional Institution, Sheridan, and is scheduled to release on May 5, 2028, around 60th birthday. Dario Flannery was released to home confinement on May 5, 2020 after being granted for compassionate release to health limits and a fourth for the Federal Bureau of Prisons to release certain inmates in order to limit the spread of COVID-19 pandemic within the federal prisons. Demetrius Flannery also sought his release under the same guidelines. However, a federal judge rejected the move, claiming it would be premature to authorize his release as his prison record suggests he has not changed and continues to promote himself as a drug kingpin. Further stating his disciplinary record includes violations in such as possession of a cell phone and weapons as well as a drug use.